Hi everybody, it's the month of June and it actually is also Youth Month. And so a lot of my musings today are around generations. And I'm just going to tell you what I've been thinking, okay? So we have a line in the Aligned Manifesto that says, birth a new generational cycle. And that got me thinking, all of those words there are full of meaning. Birthing is its own process. It's a process that you can't speed up. It's a process that you can't shortcut. Generally speaking, when you're going through the birth process, it is what it is. You just have to go through it and experience all the things in it that have a purpose. Generational is its own potent word, something that is going to outlive you, something that is going to change things beyond your own life, your own company, and begins to touch things beyond you. It has to have endurance, sustainability. And then cycle, and it's this word cycle that's got me thinking the most. And the thought that I had is, what causes us to live in cycles and stay in cycles? What are the kinds of things that make what we don't want remain because we're caught in a pattern or a cycle? I thought about it from one's personal life. If I think about everything from my diet or relational dynamics, if I think about an organization that wants to change the way it does business or change its culture, or think about South Africa as a nation. If on Youth Day, maybe let's think about the cycles that young people find themselves in. Are we 50 years later from the original Youth Day? Have we progressed? Are we repeating cycles? Or have we changed some of the cycles that we're in? Anyway, so I got myself thinking about all of that. And in Aligned, every month we have a theme that is intended to help us delve into or name or question different things. And in this month of June, our theme, one of the elements of our theme is about surfacing assumptions. And one of the things that I think is true of everything that is a cycle is that there are ways of thinking, or there are habits, or there are identity-related things that are entrenched that make it such that one repeats a cycle. And so part of the invitation that exists for us in Aligned right now is for the individuals of Aligned, but for us as an organization, to think about what in our organism are we finding ourselves repeating because there are things under the surface that need to be surfaced, that are making it such that we think we're one way or we want to be this way, but we find ourselves not being that way because over and over again we are doing whatever the case is. And so I guess my musings today really are about triggering thought, about our collective psyche as South Africa, about the healthcare system and the things that are there and the patterns that are repeating. I was in a conversation, two conferences in May and one in June and one in May, that had the industry invited. And one of the things we were speaking about was that we're just going around in circles. And I wonder whether we have questioned what are the things that lie beneath the surface that we are either not willing to face, not willing to think about, not willing to disrupt, not willing to question, not willing to change. And sometimes it's things that we like it might not be working, but we like that it's not working because it's working for us, for some individuals, and so we keep it. Or it's giving us some identity, something, and so it's not great and it's not working for everybody, but I'm getting something out of it, and I would not admit it. But if I was to admit it, it would be true that we're caught in a spiral because there are things we're really not wanting to change. Anyway, so I don't know, I was just sharing my thoughts. I'm going to end this address by inviting you to the same thing that we in Aligned have been invited to in the month of June. The first is to surface for yourself, for your organization, for the system, to the regulator, to your husband, to whoever. What are some of the assumptions that are lying behind whatever is happening in order for us to have a chance at birthing a new generational cycle?